Hey friends, my name is Antoinette Chanel and welcome back to my channel. Let's be honest, we are living through an era of intentional stupidity. Oh!
You said it was okay.
You said you wanted to swim.
You told me to jump in.
I didn't tell you to jump in.
I can't swim. I can only float.
Oh, she might literally die. Oh, this is bad.
Like, damn. I just want to get drunk, get a blunt, go binge eat on some food.
Where we at? What? Little prompt, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, little prompt?
So I'm the girl that's out with 1,057 men, and there's 1,057 guys which are potential dads. I just wonder which one it is.
Top 5 you smoking on, Kendrick? Cause my top 5 is Drake.
If we broke it off, then you know it wasn't painless. If she got
Cause it's Mo is different now. Than when you and I
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
But you try to say
Yeah. A time where ignorance is celebrated, curiosity is mocked, and being anti-intellectual isn't just common, it's mainstream. This didn't happen by accident. This is the natural outcome of three things colliding: the long, deliberate collapse of the American public school system, the rise of technology that's literally rewired how our brains work and function, and the wildfire spread of social media that has turned disinformation into entertainment and stupidity into influence. Let's talk about how we got here and why it's only getting worse. Let's start with the schools. For decades, the American public school system has been quietly sabotaged. Budget cuts, overcrowded classrooms, overworked teachers, lack of resources, outdated materials, and the final nail in the coffin: standardized testing. The 2001 No Child Left Behind Act didn't just fail. It actively damaged education. It turned schools into factories. Instead of just teaching students how to think, it taught them what to think, but only if that was going to be on a multiple choice test of some kind. Gone was critical thinking, gone was media literacy, gone was civics education, how government works, how laws are made, how democracy functions. You know, all of the things that matter if you want an informed society. This is why there are entire generations who can't tell the difference between misinformation, disinformation, and propaganda. Why people don't understand how interest rates work. Why millions of people don't know how to fact check a source. The system didn't fail by accident. It was starved on purpose, because a distracted, uninformed public is a compliant one. Then came the second wave of collapse: technology. When smartphones arrived, everything changed. What started as convenience became addiction. Studies now show the average American checks their phone 96 times a day. That's once every 10 minutes. And for teenagers, it's more like every 5 minutes. Apps are designed to hijack the dopamine centers in your brain. Endless scrolling, constant notifications, algorithm-driven content. That all feeds the reward center in your brain. And it's designed to make you crave speed, to want instant answers, instant gratification. But thinking, real thinking, doesn't happen quickly. Problem solving takes effort, and critical thinking requires discomfort. And we've trained ourselves to avoid discomfort at all costs. This is why attention spans have collapsed, why reading comprehension is plummeting, why college professors are reporting that students can barely complete readings that are longer than 2 to 3 pages. The human brain has been rewired to prioritize stimulation over growth, and reaction over reflection, and convenience over comprehension. Then came social media. And to be clear, it was almost as though social media just poured gasoline over an already building fire. Platforms like Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, they not only democratize information, but they democratize misinformation too. This is how we ended up with conspiracy influencers that have more reach than medical professionals. It's how millions have fallen down the rabbit holes of things like QAnon and flat earth and anti-vaxxing, just to name a few. This is where we get political extremism, because the algorithm does not care if something is true or not. It cares about whether or not it's engaging. If it sparks rage, fear, tribalism, outrage, it gets promoted. It's not a coincidence that during the COVID-19 pandemic, misinformation spread faster than the actual virus. Social media made experts irrelevant and made confidence, not competence, but confidence, the main marker for whether or not somebody knew what they were talking about. This is how you get influencers with no degrees explaining virology to millions. How you get finance bros teaching about economics while ignoring the very principles of how finance works. And it's how we get self-proclaimed wellness gurus telling everyone that they can cure their cancer, they can cure COVID, they can cure any serious disease by just drinking their celery juice. And this is why nobody trusts experts anymore. In the attention economy, it really doesn't matter how much you know or how credible you are. It's just about being the loudest and most influential voice that matters. This isn't just embarrassing, it's dangerous. It's how you get politicians who don't understand how the Constitution works. It's how you get anti-science lawmakers banning climate change from school curriculums. It's how you get entire school districts banning classic literature while doing nothing to improve literacy rates. It's how you get book bans, vaccine skepticism, anti-intellectual political movements, and a population of people who are increasingly hostile to education itself. In 2022, a Gallup poll found that only 29% of Americans expressed a great deal of confidence in the public school system, the lowest in nearly 50 years. Meanwhile, the US ranks 36th in math and 13th in reading among developed nations. And it's getting worse. And yet the influencers, grifters, and disinformation artists keep rising because ignorance sells, rage sells, and division sells. In conclusion, the rise of anti-intellectualism isn't an accident. It's the inevitable result of starving public education, overstimulating the human brain with addictive technology, and rewarding the worst instincts of society through social media algorithms. And the people who are profiting from this are counting on you being too misinformed, too distracted, too overstimulated to fight back. This is a crisis of thinking, a crisis of truth, a crisis of understanding. And if we don't figure out a way to fight for curiosity and literacy and for actual education, we are headed towards a future where the loudest fool controls the room and nobody remembers how to think clearly enough to stop them. Those are my thoughts. Whew, this was a heavier topic, but if you made it all the way to the end, then congratulations. Also, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That's very helpful for me in the dreaded algorithm that I was just talking about. Also, if you'd like to see more content from me, consider hitting the subscribe button so that you can see all of my content here on YouTube and be notified when I upload new videos to my channel. If you'd like to keep up with me on Instagram, you can follow me at the handle that's on your screen right there. Otherwise, friends, thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Take care.